Hot springs, huh?
Woo!
Yeah, enjoy it while you can, Sam. How about
This
that?
is the life.
Stars are out. This is living. Wow. Oh, constellation.
I could just soak here forever and ever.
This is living.
Huh? It's pulling us in! Where in the world are we?
Wait, are you Sam? Where did you come from just now? Did you perhaps arrive here by way of a hot spring? If so, then we have much to discuss. Would you be so kind as to access the delivery terminal? Whenever you have a moment, that is. So, you actually managed to jump here from the Miracle Spring. I knew it! I'd always theorized the existence of incredibly strong overlaps between this world and the beach. Places where a special kind of hot spring would emerge through the tar currents. Similar to the plate gates, but on a smaller scale. In principle, a person could use one to ride the currents within the Earth and jump to other connected springs. Just like you did. In fact, I dug that spring you used in order to test this theory. And now, I want to confirm if it holds true for different locations. I'd love it if you were able to help, Sam. I'll add the necessary functions to your PCC. Just so you know, I've added hot spring digger functions to the level 2 PCC. You now have the ability to identify a suitable location and commence excavation. Once a hot spring has been completed, feel free to take a dip and relax. I should mention that these springs are invaluable from my beach water research. As a hydrologist, they're a critical resource. So, if I may ask, Sam, would you be willing to use my digger to find and excavate hot springs throughout the continent? Please report back to me if you do dig any. I'll make sure to reward you for your efforts. Once you've readied your level 2 PCC and selected the digger, listen for pulses alerting you to underground water sources nearby. Pulses become more frequent as you move closer to a source. So wait until the interval between them is as short as possible before finally picking a spot to dig. Once you commence construction, the process is automated. All you need to do is wait for the hot spring to percolate to the surface. The digger will also remove any dangerous contaminants from the water. This means that as soon as the hot spring is ready, you can wade right in. Sources can be found everywhere, but depending on the location, the resulting spring will have different properties. I'm also thinking of adding a feature that will let you customize aspects of the springs you dig. Perhaps that will give you something to look forward to as well. The waters of the beach in our world circulate within the same system. As a hydrologist, I study this system. The hot springs of the Australian continent are the product of underground beach water that has been heated by dark currents. But there's more to it than that. A space-time phenomenon, similar to plate gates, has been observed at the points where hot springs emerge. In other words, it seems to be possible to jump between hot springs linked via the dark currents. I had been meaning to test this theory, but then you took the initiative and proved the truth for me. From what I saw earlier, it seems the teleportation process has no adverse effect on you. But just remember that you won't be able to take all types of cargo when you jump. Said cargo will be left behind at the hot spring you jumped from. It should be automatically stored in the digger's private locker, though. Make sure that you don't forget about it afterwards. Were you at all interested in digging hot springs? If so, there's a promising site I've identified. It's to the northwest of here. My analysis suggests that a potential source should be present in that vicinity. I'll post a formal aid request shortly, so consider heading in that direction and testing out the hot spring digger. If you do end up digging one, don't forget to return and inform me of your accomplishment. In your own time, of course. I'm not planning on going anywhere for the foreseeable future.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Feels good.
If we make a hot spring jump from Heartman Spring, we should be able to return to our previous location. It might be a good idea.
See you around.
Thank you, guys. This one's for you. Came in handy. This one's for you.
Come back safe and sound.
Hell yeah. Let there be water.
So there was an underground spring out here as well, huh?
That'll do it.
Let's return to Heartman's lab and share the good news.
It's good to get the feet warmed up. Yeah, soak it in.
Oh, that's nice.
Enjoy it while you can, Sam.
This is the life.
Stars are out. Oh, constellation. This is living. Stars are out. Now this
Truly
is
soothing.
living. Yeah. Get warmed up.
Thank you for coming back. Please wait while I check orders. I understand you have excavated a new hot spring. That will be a boon to my research. You really went above and beyond. My research is really going to kick on now.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I hope to see you again. Be careful and say hello to our friend from me. How nice of you to bring me so much. I don't think a normal porter could have managed this. You're the best, Sam. I want you to have this, but keep it a secret. No need to tell our friend.
Wait. Is this what I think it is? Is this a pizza made by you-know-who? I'll confirm order status right away. Don't want that pie to get cold on me. Now that's fast. And I mean really fast. Damn. That really hit the spot. I can't thank you enough. I'm really online. Incredible. Oh, I've just shared my chiral bridge schematic with you. You should be able to build it right away if you happen to have a level 2 PCC in your possession. These bridges can be crossed more quickly than standard ones, though they won't function properly when it's raining. They're a little something I whipped up as a thank you. Really didn't take very long either. You know, that pizza really made my day. Actually, I'm the one who built his restaurant's oven. Glad to see that he's been making the most of it. It's not easy being an architect these days. I just wish I had the freedom to do my job properly. Well, once you've constructed the foundation, it generates a chiralgram that functions as a bridge. They're useful when there's limited space to build, or when you need to traverse a gap with a difference in elevation. I also added some modifications that allow you to cross these bridges more quickly. But since high concentrations of chiralium destabilize chiralgrams, chiral bridges won't function when it's raining or snowing. It's a safety restriction, implemented to prevent accidents. Even so, these bridges should still come in very handy. Well, we did it together. It was a passion project. We had to refine the design over and over until the pizzas came out just right. We got there in the end, though. That first pie we had together was unforgettable. If I close my eyes, I can still remember how it tasted. Because mine is a dying art. There was a time when I believed that nothing was higher than architect. But now, whatever I make will succumb to timefall or be destroyed in a void out. New structures can be fabricated with data shared throughout the network, which is terrific. But this just means there's no longer any need for me to actually build something with my own two hands. I don't know how I should feel about having fewer opportunities to practice my craft. It's nice getting a chance to talk with someone else. Pay me a visit again sometime. Huh. You really brought me this? Can't imagine where you found it. Sorry for asking for help all the time. I'd like to give you this as thanks. Hot damn. Now that is a lot more cargo than I was expecting. I really appreciate your assistance. I'd like to share this new function with you. Thanks for the extra cargo drop. Could have sworn it was lost for good. I'm so grateful, Sam. I only wish I could shower you with proper rewards. I'm really sorry. I've got nothing left to give. But what I can do is repair the structures that you've already built. my way of repaying you for everything. It'll take a while, but I'll inspect them all one by one. I am an architect, after all. This is what I do.
Well, well, I see that you've returned. Wait while I check the orders. Well, well. This is almost more than I can handle. I did not expect you to bring me this, but I'm glad you found it. I've kept this data under lock and key here for a while now, but I think you will put it to good use. Where did you find this cargo? Words cannot express my gratitude. You're always working so very hard, Sam. Believe me when I say that I am grateful beyond words. As thanks for your assistance, there is something I would like you to have. I believe you are finally ready to receive this. Read it to obtain the knowledge of yet another of my secret techniques. The Great Spinning Pizza Slam. It is based on traditional pizza tossing movements. With proper execution, it can be devastating to an enemy. Even the mechs you sometimes face would be no match. And what's more, striking your targets with the rubber pizza dough will seem easier than ever now. Learn and practice with VR training. Ah, I have a knit cap for you too. I was thinking earlier that it might suit you. How did you make the trip here so quickly? I must learn your secret. I did not expect you to bring me this, but I'm glad you found it. Sam, I want you to know you have my utmost respect. I've prepared something to express my appreciation. As thanks for your assistance, there is something I would like you to have. I have never allowed anyone else to represent my restaurant. Not until this day. The boots can and will break down with use, but you can fabricate another pair if you like. And so, my boots, hat, and suit are yours. Put them all on, and everyone will recognize you as a pizza delivery man. You deserve to be the very first to wear this outfit, Sam. Others will surely recognize your dedication and let you stay at their shelters. Now, let us get back to work.
Thanks for popping in, dude. Yeah, I'll get on the order check for you. For real? I can't believe you brought me this cargo. I think I might be getting a crush on you, dude. God damn! Is there anything you can't do? You deserve a reward for your work, so take this, you crazy bastard. For real? I can't believe you brought me this cargo. I think I might be getting a crush on you, dude. Damn, you're like a helping machine. I'm getting teary-eyed, for real. Quick, take this.
Hi, Sam. Glad you could make it. Let's take a quick look at your active orders. We assumed this delivery was lost for good, but here you are, proving us wrong. I don't know where we'd be if it wasn't for your constant support. It isn't much, but We want you to have this.
おー、サムが来たという喜び、すかさずチェックペコ。これはお宝？やばいやばい、テンション上がってきたペコ。いつも本当にありがとうペコ。届け、この気持ちいい。
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness themselves to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning. I'm so sorry, Sam. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Sam, it's Heartman. Do you have a moment? I've been wondering, is there a child on board with us? I asked because there were building blocks in my room, and I certainly don't recall putting them there. Unless you know something about them?
Maybe they belong to Tomorrow? She's taken an interest in all kinds of things.
Yes, that could well explain it. Right. Sorry for bothering you.
Did you manage to get some rest, Sam? I hope so. Your next order is ready for you. This time you've been asked to deliver some cargo to East Fort Knot. But you need to travel to West Fort Knot to pick it up, and that's quite far from your final destination. The DHV Magellan can take you straight there at least. Plot a course for us and we'll get underway. Drawbridge is on standby for now. But once you accept this order, you can be assured that we'll provide you with whatever support you need. See to your equipment, then head to the West Fort Knot delivery terminal to get started.
Hey Sam, Heartman here. We used this recent downtime to modify the DHV Magellan so you can change its exterior colour at will. If you access your ring terminal while in your private room, you'll see a new customization function is now available. So if you'd like to change things up before tackling your next order, you're more than welcome to do so.
As usual, Drawbridge can't help but run its people ragged. Pizza do karate. Huh. Maybe I should give it a try too. It'd be great if someone could show me how it's done. Maybe I could learn through VR training? Maybe we could call it Taekwondo. Tell you what, you can be my very first student. When I saw that coffin, I was reminded of a rather unorthodox type of psychotherapy. The patient lies down inside a coffin, which is then closed, plunging them into darkness. And being subjected to this simulated experience of being laid to rest, they may find a measure of peace and comfort. If you spot a coffin that seems suitable for this, why not climb inside and see what happens? Apparently, Darwin always had a strong interest in geology. He was fascinated by the way continents and landforms change, leading to the creation of new habitats for organisms. This led him to surmise that organisms adapted to their new environments in order to thrive. And that logic eventually became the basis of his theory of evolution. The world around us continues to change, even now. The continents are in flux due to the shifting tar currents and the emergence of plate gates. Is it possible these changes might also spur life to develop and adapt in unforeseen ways?
Get and go. Cheese. Woo. Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture of us?
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
All right.
Why don't you choose?
Hey! Okay. All right. Whoa, whoa, Kitty, all right. You want to go for a ride? Yeah. All right, here we go.
That's a nice photo.
Thanks. That'll make for a great memento.
I love it.
You take care, Sam.
All right, later.
I'll bring up... Found some of our missing stuff, did you? I've... Now displaying your current porter. Looking forward.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, it's Heartman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Sam. Thanks for the delivery. Just give me a moment while I give it a look. Wow! You've brought it here in excellent condition. We can put it to work immediately, I'd say. Wow! Another wee animal for the reserve. Thank you so much, Sam. Be sure to come back and visit our new friend soon.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks again. We've already released the mech into our reserve and it seems to be enjoying its new home quite a bit. I get the feeling it'll look after the animals like we hoped. You should go and see for yourself. I think you'll agree it's a wonderful addition to our community.
Order completed. Well done.
You're a nightmare, alright.
The animal shelter provides care for vulnerable and isolated creatures. Should you encounter such a specimen, please secure it to the shelter facility and near our facility. Your assistance with this is greatly appreciated.
Hell yeah! Let there be water.
Another one. Well spotted, Sam. The hydrologist will be delighted to hear about it.
Hot springs, huh? Yeah. Soaked it in.
Oh, that's nice.
Welcome back, Sam, and thanks for coming. Bringing up the orders now. I understand you have excavated a new hot spring. That will be a boon to my research. Allow me to read. I see you found that missing cargo of mine, and there I thought it had been lost for good.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks again, Sam, and tell Heartman I say hello.
Order completed. Well done.
What's this, break time? Yeah, soak it in.
This is the life.
Yeah. is up.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Take care, Sam.
You are on this heaven till you don't know what it means. So I climb down and pick the cherries that fell to the ground. I can't carry it alone. So I'll bury it like bones. Oh, you are only 70. You don't know what to feel. And all we know is what we have to hold and call our dear. And I will want to know where you are if you're far.
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
If I can't marry you, I'll go. On my chariot of gold. There is only this I know. I won't die before I'm old.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously. We owe you. Right. Let's get this cargo processed ASAP. I'd go so far as to call this perfect. I doubt anyone but you could have handled it so well. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid. We're ready. Now displaying your current porter grade.
Looks like we've finally become part of the Chiral Network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments. Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without difficulty. Ideal for keeping your balance while making your deliveries. Steep slopes and rivers are no match for this baby. It's bound to make your next runs much easier, and it'll help you expand the network too. You know, before you came along, we lost a lot of people to chiralium exposure. For a while there, it felt like we were counting the days until the inevitable void out. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate after all. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new Plague game manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold. Personally, I've always admired the Boca. They're traditional porters that used to work in the Japanese wilderness. No matter how dangerous the mountain trail, they'd always power through with heavy loads on their backs. I've never met any of them myself, of course. But when I came out here with APAC's first expedition, I heard some interesting stories about a local prepper as we were traveling through Mexico. This guy was apparently the genuine article, a real working Boca. You could always head back to Mexico and try to track him down if you're interested. We actually developed the Boca skeleton while referencing stories and official records of their activities. You might say it's a skeleton tailored to the needs of modern-day porters, like yourself. Simply wearing it will vastly increase your maximum carrying capacity. Oh, it offers superior gripping capabilities too, and helps you keep your balance while hauling tons of cargo on your back. When traversing snowy mountains, rivers, and other places with poor footing, this skeleton is an excellent choice. Now that you've brought us onto the Chiral Network, I feel as though we can finally see the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Our equipment still isn't as good as we want it to be at the moment, but we hope it'll be of use to you. As a major distribution hub, we conduct research and development into all manner of delivery-related technologies. The Boca skeleton is one such product of our work. And lately, we've been thinking of ways to create next-generation roads. Something allowing for faster and safer deliveries. There's plenty of room for improvement in the conventional designs. Since you brought us onto the Chiral Network, we've started gathering all kinds of useful data on the subject. But we're gonna need more before we're finished, I think. We'd be grateful if you could help us out on that front. Thanks for everything, Sam. North Fort Knott was deemed critical for the expansion of the Chiral Network in northern Australia. But due to chiral contamination, a lot of folks began dying, and one day, a void out wiped the city right off the map. We've actually been observing similar conditions here at East Fort Knot. Dramatic changes in the tar currents and rising chiralium levels have had everybody fearing for the future recently. But thankfully, you came. You put us on the Chiral Network. Me and all the staff here are committed to sustaining this pillar of the chiral and distribution networks. And doing everything in our power for you and Australia. We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the Chiral Network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Order completed. Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside, though.
Thank you for coming. Weather like this can't have made the trip easy. Reviewing orders in the system now. Oh, dropping off someone else's stuff. And here we thought it was gone for good. Thank you so much for your help. It's because of you that we can offer this. We've improved our road restoration tech, but once you've restored a segment of road, you can now add additional materials to the auto paver to upgrade it. Upgraded roads have special roofs that'll protect you from timefall. They'll also enable vehicles that use them to travel at faster speeds. You should find that they have improved acceleration and can hit higher top speeds when boosting. It should go without saying, but driving faster just comes with its own risks. So be sure to take extra care when negotiating curves, okay? We wouldn't have been able to achieve this breakthrough without your assistance, Sam. Thanks so much for the help. Oh, I've also got a new suit design to share with you. I personally think it's genius. It was apparently the signature look of a prepper back in the UCA. If you're willing, we hope you can continue to support our work. Take care now.
Seen this before, Sam.
It's calling to us again.
Sam, are you thinking of going back there?
Well, if that's not an invitation.
strange. I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual.
Cazzo frega.
Above us, something's coming. Watch out!
Cásenme.
Contacto! How about this?
are a real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them? Got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us. Hands up! I have something else. Questa ti mette a posto. Come on.
recognize his face?
No, I don't.
Sam, do you read me? Come in, Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right. The tar currents seem to have settled down, so we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest? You can ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well. Oh, it seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
Rainy!
That place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, Its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death. Sam, about the hot springs. We should go out and try to dig a new one. They can soothe aches and pains, improve circulation, and depending on the mineral content, confer all kinds of other benefits. But more than that, it simply feels good to soak and relax. You should never miss a chance to take a dip. The best time to avail yourself of a hot spring is 8 or so in the evening. Call it a doll's intuition.
His name is Neil Vana.
Neil Vana? Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the Chiral Network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vana has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vana was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vana's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vana died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vana frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at East Fort Knott. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vana. I'll keep you posted.
Neil Vana, a porter employed by Bridges. A man not unlike yourself, it would seem. But why did he appear in that so-called Nirvana, or rather, that realm of the dead? And then there's the fact that he clearly spoke Lou's name. If we have another opportunity to visit that mysterious realm, then perhaps we can get some answers.
Thank you, Sam.
Sure.